The FEURICH 133 Concert is the largest and biggest sounding of the FEURICH uprights. Due to its massive sound for an upright piano, it's perfectly suited for use in small concert venues as well as in recording studios. There are also many hidden technical features which make this piano perfect for recording and performance venues. This is the largest upright piano made by FEURICH. It's 133 centimeters tall, but it's also the widest upright, at 156 centimeters in width. Now, this extra width allows us to make use of the angles inside to lengthen the strings even further. Of course, larger bass strings will produce a deeper and more resonant bass, as you can see on the Model 133. The same strict attention to detail has been applied to the 133 as for all the other FEURICH uprights. This involves using FEURICH custom-made jigs to ensure that components fit exactly to the millimetre, as well as strict quality controls in production with one worker monitoring another. The casing of the piano is made of solid, high-quality timber, and the gluing and drying processes used in its assembly involve long and slow drying times in order to ensure that the wood does not warp over time. The keybed is made of multi-laminated wood, which is slow-dried and glued over a long time and then immediately lacquered to ensure that no humidity enters the wood. This is critical because any humidity entering the wood would warp and change the shape of the keybed, which would immediately throw the action out of kilter. The large soundboard in the FEURICH 133 is made of a specially designed double laminated spruce wood of the highest quality, and this plays an important role in producing its large and present sound across the entire range. In addition to the extended scale length of the strings, the 133 also makes use of special, rust-free string wire designed by Stefan Paolello. Any rust developing on a string will quickly result in an impurity of tone. With the Paolello rust-free strings, this does not occur, meaning that a very pure tone can be guaranteed for years to come, and that the strings will have a vastly longer lifetime. The second important technical feature which adds to the sound of this piano is the introduction of what is known as duplex scaling. The duplex scaling is a feature normally found on high-end grand pianos, which introduces a stable down-bearing on the bridge and results in longer sustain as well as extra sparkle and brilliance in the tone. There's an extra stage in the string's path between the hitch pins and the bridge, which is normally dampened off by felt in other upright pianos. However, in the FEURICH Model 133 Concert, this stage is open to produce extra resonance and overtones, resulting in extra sparkle and brilliance in the sound. Yet another technical feature on this model, which improves the sound vastly, can be seen in the special design of the iron frame. Sophisticated CNC milling techniques have been used to ensure that it's possible to have exactly the same speaking length of the strings in the bass area where the strings are doubled. This is critical in ensuring purity of tone in this range, and although it involves more complex CNC milling procedures, we're convinced that the effort is well worthwhile and easily audible on the Model 133. Unlike other manufacturers, all the components for FEURICH's keyboards and actions are personally assembled and chosen by us. No plastic components are used whatsoever, as plastic just cannot provide the elasticity required to have a natural feeling action. On the Model 133, we found that the Wurzen AA quality felts produced the greatest dynamic range and were perfectly suited for this instrument. The latest Model 133s have a totally redesigned action introduced in 2015. We're very proud of this action and would like to talk you through the details of how it works. Let's start by looking at the key weighting. Years of research have gone into designing the latest action for all our upright pianos. For example, we now have a 52-gram front weighting, similar to that found in grand pianos. The front weighting effect can easily be seen by pressing the hammers in. The keys move down, showing that when we strike the key, we're working with the direction of the weight of the key, not against the weight, as is the case in most upright pianos. This leads to a greatly improved touch. Roughly 35 grams of upweight ensures that the key comes straight back up after being struck and that there's no shaking when the key is released. The entire action is designed using only one key lead to provide excellent balance and very low inertia when striking the key. This low inertia means that playing pianissimo is effortless. In summary, the key weight found on the 133 is roughly the same weight as that found in grand pianos. However, the precisely balanced design in the 133 leads to such a low level of friction and inertia that the action feels and plays much lighter than you would expect for a concert grand of its size. Now let's take a look at the felts used in this new action. Let's start with the hammer felts. Over a period of several years' research, we decided on hammerhead felts by Wurzen in Germany, as they give us the best results and provide an extremely wide tonal range. The bushing felts are made of extremely high density yellow cashmere felts to minimise wear and tear. The felts under the keys are dense but elastic and are infused with a special substance to make it resistant to any climatic changes. This ensures stable regulation on the piano. The orange felt at the back under the whippen and numerous other key points enable a smooth touch and very low key noise. The addition of hardwood reinforcements around the important parts of the key show the level of thought which has been put into making this instrument as durable as possible. The excellent responsiveness of this new FEURICH action means that on the 133, the player can easily play light and pianissimo with the most responsive of touch. As with all the FEURICH upright pianos, the Model 133 Concert has several layers of lacquer, which means that any minor scratches can easily be polished off. In addition to this, the 133 also has some extra luxury features. For example, we have the integrated LED light. This produces a pleasant and anti-glare light which is perfect for performance or practice. The music stand on the 133 is made of solid wood, which allows a book holder to be installed if desired. There is also a lid prop, which means that you have more options for recording or performance situations. The wheels on the 133 are deliberately low and small in comparison to the size of the instrument. This is due to the fact that using larger wheels would mean that the sustain pedal would be raised off the ground, and as the standard proportions are so familiar to most performers, we decided to stick with tradition on this aspect. At FEURICH, we always focus on maintaining the best aspects of traditional piano building techniques, while at the same time introducing innovations in order to improve our instruments whenever possible. For example, on the Model 133, we make use of our silent pedal design. This is entirely made of wood with felts at all the contact points to enable silent pedal use. It also makes the design very low maintenance. Another reason behind this is instead of using a traditional spiral spring, we've introduced a U-shaped spring which makes for very silent operation and again low maintenance. The use of the Celeste pedal means that you can practice at night time without bothering neighbours. This can easily be adjusted by use of the wing nut underneath the key bed. Piano technicians and tuners will be glad to know that the Celeste pedal can easily be removed by hand, no additional tools are required. The FEURICH Model 133 is perfectly suited to small concert venues and recording studios, thanks to its great sound and consistent tone across the entire range. Precision engineering, custom-made FEURICH components, and extra features usually reserved for high-end grand pianos all go together to make this an upright piano of the highest quality. We hope that you get the chance to try one out at one of our many FEURICH partners worldwide sometime soon.